Hello, I just wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about telling time in Spanish and give us a little bit of practice, make sure that we understand how to tell time in Spanish. Up to this point, hopefully you know at least 0 through 60 because 0 through 60 is what you need to know to be able to tell time in Spanish. So, if you don't quite know those numbers, and I would review those, but I'm going to go ahead and open up the clock so that we can get a little bit of practice here. So, the first thing that I'll say is in Spanish, to ask what time it is, we're going to say, ¿Qué hora es? And that literally means, what hour is it? So again, ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? So if anyone ever asks you that, that's what they're asking. Now, in order to respond to that question, again, we have to know the numbers at least 0 through 60. But the first thing that we're going to say is, it is. That's what we say in English. It's 7:58 in this case right here. So to say it is, there's two options. Number one, you could say es la, which means it is, or you can say son las, which also means it is. What is the difference between those two? Well, one of those is plural and one of those is singular. To know which one that we need to use, we need to look at the hour hand. And in this case, it's right here, the 7. Ask yourself a question. Is this number larger than 1? If it is, it's considered plural, which makes sense. If it is just 1 o'clock, then it's considered singular. So singular would be es la, and plural would be son las. So let's go ahead and change the clock to see what we come up with here. So here we have a 12. So let's ask ourselves, is this more than 1 o'clock? It is. And so if it is, it's considered plural. If it's plural, are we going to say es la or son las? We're going to say son las. So I would start this off if someone asked me, ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? I would say, it is, or son las, and then the time, the digit, 12, ocho, and then here you have an option. So this is PM, so 12:08 PM. So you're going to say of the afternoon, which would be translated as de la tarde. Okay? If it was nighttime, it would be considered de la noche, which means night. And if it was AM here, it would be de la mañana. So again, this would be son las 12:08 de la tarde. And I have sent or have given you, and it's also on my website, some telling time notes. And those notes are very helpful to remember all these little words, de la mañana, de la tarde, son las, es la, all that good stuff, and explaining the singular versus plural. So always refer to those notes to be able to help you out. Let's change the clock again. All right. So again, let's ask the question. Is 3 o'clock singular or plural? If you said plural, you're correct because it's more than 1. So, would we use es la for it is or son las for it is? If you said son las, that's also correct because it is more than 1, it's plural. So, let's start this off by saying son las 3:44, and then here we have PM, so again, de la tarde. Alright, this time I'm going to manipulate this myself. Alright, here we go. Now ask yourself a question. Is this more than 1 or is it 1? It is 1. So is it singular or plural? It is singular. So would we say son las or es la? We would say es la. So we start this off with es la una. We don't say uno. Telling time, you always say una. for the telling time. Any other time you refer to 1, it is uno. But in this case, with telling time, it's going to be una. Es la 1:32. And then AM is de la mañana. All right. Well, let's do one more. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? So, what would you start off with? Is this singular or plural? If you said plural, you're correct. Would you say son las or es la? Son las. So son las 12:22 de la mañana. Again, I would refer you to the telling time notes. I'd also refer you to practicing your numbers 0 through 60, and that'll be helpful to telling time.